Well, for the first time in Cowboys history, they've won a game at Leichhardt Oval. Pretty cool. It wasn't made too difficult, to be fair, with 30 minutes for the Tigers without Justin Olam, who was sent for a red card, as they call it on KO, apparently, when you scroll through the key moments. But a complete send-off for him. And yeah, tough. Right in his chin, I suppose. And thank goodness Lukey is okay. That's probably what makes it a little bit worse. Some people might have thought it was then just going to be a sin bin because he was okay, and you know how it's like with that, where sometimes if they come out of it okay, then it's like, oh wow, that's a bit of a harsh penalty. But it's the Lukey being taught a lot taller than Olam, and still trying to hit up really high on them. So that's where that came from. That obviously cooked the game by that point, and the Tigers weren't too far away at that point. They got it back to 18-10 at halftime, and yeah, good early try from Samuel Fainu, which is just hilarious how that one plays out. But yeah, congrats to the Cows, obviously getting a win there. It was a bit of a shocking game, to be fair. There was zero defense being played, and Peyton will be pretty annoyed with that defensive effort from the Cows. And for the Tigers, they'll be happy that they were able to score a couple of good tries. Dream Buller played incredibly well. Samuel Fainu had a really good game as well, so that's helpful for him. But let's go through the scores now. And Buller with that 80 up top there with 2 tries, 3 line breaks, some big run meters there, and 9 tackle breaks. A cracking game for Dream, and it's not something we've seen enough of this year compared to last. So yeah, hopefully he has a really good off season and can come back and really help this Tigers side with Jerome Luai coming over. Drinky with the 69, a really good score from him. Happy with the 2 tries, the try assist there, 8 tackle breaks, 140 run meters, 5 kick defusals, 153 on the kick meter side to pick up 5 points there. Was really nice, and we needed a really good score here, given he's had a couple of lower ones in the last 2. So now he's up into the mid 50s or close to it, 53, 54 over the last 3 games there for him. May as well get the exact while we're here. What's it say? Last 3 average 51. Okay, not as pretty, but still a good score overall for Drinky. For those of us that own, there's about 50% in the top sort of 1,000 to 5,000. So yeah, a very important game for him there and a good score. Val Holmes, someone else speaking about this week as a really good potential purchase, along with Drinkwater, both under 600k, which is pretty wild. So Val at 577 picks up a 69 as well with 7 goals. He kicked them beautifully last night. 1 try, 2 try assists. Really good on that front. Just basically every missed tackle he had was a try to the Tigers. So not nice on that front. It did make it seem worse, and they kind of chopped him a few times. Buller got that line break down the side on his side and everything like that. So still a part of his game that needs a lot of work right now, unfortunately. But the attacking side looked incredible. Picked up that couple of try assists, helping Talangi there, and then the try himself with a couple of line breaks. So good stuff for Val. If you did purchase him, this is the score you wanted, and this was the week to get him, right? When you're playing against the Tigers, you expect a big score out of him, and it paid off for those that jumped on. Murray Talangi with the 64 with 3 tries, a really good effort from him. But as I said, the whole team defensively needs to look at themselves in the mirror after this game, because yeah, Todd be wanting those standards hit, and obviously they were up against the Tigers, so there's mentally there's things that happen that drop off a little bit, and they were just looking at all out attack basically, especially when Olam went off. But to have their team be 1 down and they scored 3 or 4 tries in the back end was pretty gross. But one of those guys that still works super hard defensively, as always, is Tom Dearden. And if all of their boys can take a leaf out of Tom's book, the Cowboys can go a long way in this league. But until that happens, it's kind of gotten better the last few weeks, which is great. But we need to see it more often, and especially continuing against these good teams, which we'll see over the next few weeks anyway. But Dearden, 18 tackles, no misses. He chased down. We actually could have got a try from Galvin there, but Dearden was on his heels the whole time in support. So well done to Dearden on that one. A nice 60. Samuela, this is just how it works, isn't it? I remember last year, for kind of not to the same extent. Obviously, Preston was a 50-point average type of guy, but he started scoring a little bit lower. I'm like, it's crazy that we're actually potentially selling someone like Preston at 700k last year, or 650 or whatever he was, after a couple of lower scores, because we had an extra 1 million in our team value, which is crazy. So last year I sold Preston that week that he ended up scoring a double and picked up an 80 or something like that, crazy. And this week a lot of people sold Fainu, and obviously last week as well, and he picks up a 60 in this one. So hopefully if you do own, you did loop him and you can put him in your side there still. So 27 tackles for him, picked up 2 tries. I'm very annoyed that they took away that line break. Like, how can you not have a line break in that scenario when it was off the drop out, and he's caught it and just run straight through the line? So I'm not sure if that's actually correct, that shouldn't be a line break. Seems a bit of a mess, that one, but 99 run meters as well, so he's lost that extra point. Just a couple of negatives. 66 he was overnight and down to a 60, but still a great score. Very happy with it, and he ends up in my looping slot, and I'll be taking that score. Ruben Porter, 51 for him. He had a cracking game. He picked up a line break assist as well, a couple offloads to get into that situation as well, and outside of obviously good run meters from that line break, but he would have been, even with a game where they had 78 points scored, he was still able to get good base stats, 30 tackles or 124 run meters there, which was nice for him, and a really good cash down under 400k he was, and I think he still will be. Robson, 49 for him. He had started really well, obviously. I think it was close to 30 at halftime, but yeah, just nothing was happening for anyone that was looking for base stats in the second half. It just was not going to happen. And Robson was one of those. 48 run meters, 38 tackles, 1 try assist though there at the start of the game. Edwards, 49 for him as well, 50 minutes, good stuff there. Kyle Felt, the 48 with the try after a really good game last week there, but really good on base stats in this one, and then the 2 turnover tackles. Seyfarth got the bigger minutes. We did lose Twali, unfortunately, and our physio's just put something up there. Dislocated finger. I think I'll pop that up while we're here. And yeah, so a really solid score for Seyfarth for any owners. Isaiah Papali'i, if anyone jumped on there, it's only a 55-minute game for him. Kind of butchered a try there when they should have went right. All right, well, we've got Alex Twal suffered dislocated finger. They struggled to get back in on field, but was fine post-game, so hopefully available next week. And then Jake Granville suffered a pec injury that is a strained pec at least, expected to miss several weeks. Hopefully it's not a complete tear, or just a partial there for him. And then that'll be a little bit better. But yeah, Isaiah, a little bit frustrating. You would hope that he's going to be the guy that comes out and dominates and gets big minutes, but only 55 in the end, 2 errors, 3 missed tackles. Him, Lukey, as I say, glad he's okay, but only played the 52. In the end on this one, 40 in 52 minutes was a good effort, but a bit annoying if you have been an owner and last week you missed him late in the piece before, like pre-game, and then this weekend he gets the 40. Stefano's the obviously annoying one here as well, but minutes were low, so I think if he got near the 50 minutes, he probably would have been able to get somewhere in that mid-40s, but unfortunately the 43 minutes, picked up 39 points, basically all in base, which is nice in that front, that his PPM was pretty good in this type of game. But he just continues to not score well enough. And you do have to look at him now as a 540k guy, and you're hoping for scores in the mid-40s, right? That would be a positive on his price. But you've already obviously got it in your head that the price that you bought him at is the price that you're hoping that he scores at, which unfortunately isn't the case. But if you can look at him objectively as a 540k guy, you want him to score anywhere around the 40 mark plus would be really, really good. And 39, it's not the end of the world. I'm sure you looped it if you did anyway, or you looped Galvin, one of the two, and they both kind of scored average. Let's just say that. Neem with 39, you had De Silva with 38 in 63 minutes for anyone owning him, and then Galvin had a really solid game. He was trying things at the end, or he picked up a couple of errors, but 14 tackles, 3 misses. He ended up out wide, defending it like centre when Olam got sent off, so that side was under a bit of under siege, let's say that. But that lovely start there, the try assist from Galvin to Fainu was incredible. Loved seeing that. But 27-28 at halftime for Galvin, and then just he ended up with a try assist as well, line break assist, try assist in the second half. But there was just nothing going his way. Unfortunately, that was just that one try assist that went his way there. But outside of that, it wasn't to be for Galvin in this one. You would have liked that the pass that he had to Buller. They didn't give him that try assist there, which they did in Supercoach, but is what it is. Just unfortunate that in this game there wasn't too much going on for him in the base stat category, and he wasn't able to get a good offload to hand or any tackle breaks in this one with the 119 meters and just low kick meters as well, because there was times there where Cowboys had 9 sets in a row. So 37, I have to decide personally if I'm going to take that or not. I think I probably will. Not too excited about like Greg Marzou against, it's probably my only other option, Greg Marzou against the Panthers. So I'll probably just take the 37 and roll with it there, so I don't have to watch that with bated breath that game. Although I'm playing Marzou in Supercoach, so I can have a little piece of him in that one there, I reckon. Instead, it's good to hedge sometimes. But Coruscant, 33, yeah, hopefully for Galvin anyway, that there's some closer games here where he can get those base stats going again. But unfortunate, 43 and 37. But good to see he's okay. Got through this one unscathed, and he will be there from here on in. Coruscant with 33. 3 goals in this one. 7 missed tackles, 2 errors. Just not happening. Every second game or third game, he'll have a good one. But in between that, it's very hard to own someone like that when, yeah, you might be looping in 1 week or you don't play him the next. And it's just that kind of scenario, which is frustrating. You had McIntyre 32, McKaylee 31 there in 32 minutes. Good running off the kickoffs anyway. That was great to see. Jeremiah Nye, so 29 for him in 80 minutes in the end. So I thought they said they didn't see him on for the first part of that second half. So I'm not sure where the 80 minutes was, but try assist late to Drinkwater, which was good. 5 missed tackles, 2 errors still. So not a good one there. 55 run meters, pretty gross. So I was looking at him in Supercoach, but I did sell. Well, I would have held Galvin and played him. He got like 80 odd or something, but yeah, how it goes. But I would have brought in Nanai. I think he only got like 50 odd. So Angus Crichton, let's go. You need to score better than Galvin, apparently. Twali with 27 and 27, like we spoke about. Alamalo with the try. Valea with 25 for him. 2 misses. 1 really important miss in that at the start there. He kind of didn't read the play very well. Neither did his inside man for that first try with Fainu in the 3rd, 4th minute. Finafuyaki, a lovely line break try assist on the inside for Drinky. So thank you for that, Finn. You've served your purpose in this game. Good man. Townsend with 19. Oof, jeez. How good was he going at the start of the year? He's dropped tremendously. He was all the way up at like sort of 650, I think, at one point, and now down to 400. What's his last 5 games looking at? 25.6. Wow, what a fall from grace that's been. See how good he was scoring at the start? Oh, actually, it was better in Actually, I was right. It was probably better in Supercoach. He was got like 3 try assists here, 4 try assists, 3 try assists for 34. Yeah, okay. I must have just been looking at Supercoach, but he's been way worse in the previous sort of month or so because he hasn't been getting those try assists. But he had a good little run: 63, 52, 42, 47, a couple of 30s, and a 53 against Panthers. So there you go. That's Townsend. Yeah, he was averaging like 65, 70 in Supercoach to start the season. Staines with 15. Granville with 4. Hopefully he's okay. And then Latu Fainu with a concussion, unfortunately for him. 3 in 18 minutes. Hopefully he is okay. And then Juzzy Olam, -6 in his 50 minutes. So a cracking game from him, obviously, in that one. And I wonder how many weeks he's going to get for that. I haven't seen that come out yet. But that's the fantasy little update for the Tigers and the Cowboys. Let's look forward to tonight's games. We do have the blockbuster Dolphins and Roosters clash. And then the Wars hopefully getting a win over the Eels. I have tipped them so far, along with the Roosters there, and we got that tip last night for the first time ever that the Cowboys have beat Tigers. I have gone to watch the game at Leichhardt, and they beat us by like, I don't know, 20 or something like that. It wasn't great, so good to get a win there at least, and keep things going on the ladder, which is awesome. So yeah, enjoy tonight's games, guys, and we'll catch you in our next video as always.